This is Samantha Prowse-Holmes, the head coach of the Amityville girls basketball team, and you're watching the Tide Basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
Welcome to the Amityville Tide Basketball pregame show on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And a good Saturday morning, and thank you for joining us here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network as we get set to bring you a matinee between the Amityville Tide and the West Islip Lions. It is a Saturday morning girls basketball contest live from the Fred Williams Memorial Gymnasium. Matt Grice, Corey Whirling behind the scenes, and this should be a fun game as both of these teams are coming into this contest after playing Islip, another local League 4 rival. Amityville fell short to Islip 57-37. Meanwhile, the West Islip Lions were able to defeat Islip by a score of 47-38. Once again, thank you for joining us here on this Saturday frigid morning, but the heat's working inside, the players are warming up, and it should be a fun contest. Let's start breaking this one down, and we're going to start by going back to earlier in the week where the Amityville Tide took on Islip. And Islip came into that contest, middle of the road. A pretty good team in the conference. They were 7-5. And Amityville had a chance to try to do something with them. And in the first quarter, Amityville got off to a hot start, and they were led by Jada Chapman. Jada Chapman able to get a couple of field goals, gave Amityville the early 4-1 lead. The team was feeling good, and they knew that it was going to be a tough game, not only because they were taking on one of the better teams in the League 4 standings, but also Amityville down to 7 players, so they had a 2-person bench, and this is a team that has gotten into some foul trouble in the past, but the Amityville Tide got off to that great start, and then things started to spiral out of control. They gave up a 5-0 run, an 8-0 run, scored a couple points. Natalia Baptiste getting hot, putting up all 5 points for the Tide. Close after the first quarter, 16-11, Islip in front. But then 5-0 run, Amityville scores. Another 5-0 run, Amityville scores. Another 5-0 run, Amityville scores. And at halftime, Islip had built up an 11-point lead. After that, things started spiraling more out of control. A 6-0 run at the end of the third quarter. A 6-0 run for Islip in the fourth quarter. Amityville had their best run towards the end of the game with a 6-0 run late in the fourth quarter, but would ultimately fall 57-37. And that brings us to today as Amityville gets set to host West Islip. West Islip again coming off a win 47-38 against the same Islip team that Amityville had faced a few days ago. And now we are going to hear from the assistant coach of the Amityville Tide, Coach Papa Mike Abendondolo, who had a chance to speak with me a little while ago about today's game. We are here with assistant coach of the Amityville Tide varsity girls basketball team, Coach Papa Mike Abendondolo. Coach, thank you for spending a few moments with us here today as your squad gets set to take on West Islip. Let's take a step back and look at your last contest against Islip, a game in which you did have 2 of your 3 top scorers in double figures in Jada Chapman and, of course, Natalia Baptiste. How much growth have you seen between the 2 of them on the court, both in terms of their skill and how they play with each other?
And both their growth and skill, they've come a long way or whatever. I think they're probably 2 of the better guards in the league or whatever. So,
what would you like to see from them from here on out? What type of improvements? How would you like to see maybe that chemistry grow so that they can keep getting better and your team can keep getting better as a result down the stretch?
I would like them to feed off each other and make the other players around them better or whatever. By Natalia dishing and passing and Jada getting the ball, she's sort of like a slasher. That's a good combination, but they just got to trust each other.
Yeah, that's one of the things we've talked about on the broadcast here is that you do have some offensive weapons, but it always seems like one is hot at a time. They never seem to be able to both be going at the same time. How in practice or like how do you try to bring that out of them so that you can maybe have 2 or 3 scoring options going off at the same time?
Well, we tried to implement a couple of things where they can get on the same page, but when the game time comes, sometimes it just doesn't happen or whatever. But they just have to trust each other. If they trust each other and play together, like I said, I think they're two of the better guards in the league.
Anaya Hampton. And thank you so much, Coach. We are just about ready for opening tip-off here. They moved the clock up a little bit, so our pregame was cut short, but that's okay because we are here for basketball, so let's get it going. West Islip comes into this contest with a record of 6-11 overall, 4-9 in League 4 play, and they are coached by Christopher Scharf. And we'll get into their starters. Number 4, Samantha Miali. Number 10, Samantha McCormick. Number 12, Kaylee Oblage. Number 20, Charlotte Sefik. And number 21, Leah Tussey. And now we'll take a look at the starters for the Amityville Tide. Amityville comes into this contest with a 1-14 overall record. Their one win coming against Wyandanch in a non-league game. They are 0-13 in League 4 play. The starters for Amityville, number 2, Mariah Williams. Number 3, Jada Chapman. Number 24, Natalia Baptiste. Number 33, Anaya Hampton. And number 22, Andrea Santos. Again, thank you for spending your Saturday morning here with us on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. West Islip Lions and the Amityville Tide both looking to try and end their season on a positive note. This is the penultimate game at home for the Tide. Wednesday will be their senior day. Well, they will get an opportunity to honor Anaya Hampton. But right now, it is time to get set for the national anthem. So we will turn things over now to the PA announcer this morning at the Fred Williams Memorial Gymnasium, and that is Bob Claps.
National anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, Robert Claps doing a nice job on the national anthem. And we are all set for basketball here in Amityville, New York on a freezing cold Saturday morning, but it should be a lot of fun. Again, the starters for the West Islip Lions, Miali, McCormick, Oblage, Sefik, and Tussey. And for the Amityville Tide, it will be Williams, Chapman, Santos, Baptiste, and Hampton. Some keys to watch out for today. I know that Amityville has some really good offensive weapons, specifically in Baptiste and Chapman, but one of the things that they need to do better is to try to get hot at the same time. It seems like when Chapman is on, Baptiste isn't, and vice versa. If both of them could get their offense going at the same time and have two dominant offensive threats on the court, that will really help balance out this team. And then down low, Anaya Hampton, she's been so dominant on the glass this year. And there have been games where she has gotten rebound after rebound and has been unable to get second and third and fourth chance opportunities to fall. Last game against Islip, she did have 8 points. So if Amityville can get more of that out of her, that will help her and her team as they get set for the opening tip-off. And it will be Hampton and Samantha McCormack getting ready to jump. The officials having one more conversation with press row, making sure everything's all set, getting the clock correct here. As right now we have 8 minutes and 88 seconds. I don't think you can actually do that. So they're fixing up the clock, and then we will be ready to have our opening tip. We want to remind you that we will have Senior Day coverage this coming Wednesday as Amityville gets set for their final home game of the season, and that will be home against Hop Hog, 4:30 start. We will have our pregame show at 4:15, but for now, it's time to jump. It's Hampton, and it's McCormack, and we are underway. It's tipped over to Miali. Miali has it, bounce pass, down low, swatted away by Williams. So good start defensively for Amityville. No foul called on the play as that ball swatted out of the hands of Miali as she gets set to inbound. Looking for some help. Good defense by the Tide. Corner three-pointer. That's no good by Suffolk. Rebound taken down by the Lions. Corner three from the other side. Miali, and she drains it. So West Islip on top first, and it is 3-0 opening minute of the game. Amityville has it. Chapman, right wing, gets it down low to Hampton. Hampton double teamed, dribbles once, loses the handle, bounce pass to the corner. It's Williams. Now back to the wing. Chapman puts up a mid-range jumper, and Chapman answers right back. So a good response for Amityville. It is 3-2. 7:13 to go, opening quarter, and it's stolen in the backcourt by Baptiste. She goes up for the easy layup, and Amityville is on top. Great defense by Natalia Baptiste, and it's 4-3, 7 minutes to go in the first. Pass down low, wide open underneath is Suffolk, and she converts. So some good back and forth action early on here as it's 5-4, West Islip back on top, 6:48 to go, first frame. Ball stolen away midcourt, 2-on-0, layup no good by Miali, and a good job by Baptiste not giving up on the play. She's double teamed near sideline, able to break it, continues to drive towards the basket, pulls up off the backboard and good. So Baptiste back-to-back points for Amityville, and they are back on top, 6-5, 6:25 to go first quarter. Miali has it, right wing, gets it in the corner, three-pointer Suffolk, air ball, rebound pulled down by Tussey. Tussey has it, guarded by Williams, and we get a foul on the play, and it will be on Mariah Williams. And this is something Amityville has to look out for. They've gotten into foul trouble before, and with a shortened bench, that includes Janiah Payton and Shania Austin. If they get into foul trouble, their starters, they're going to be really thin. So that's something to keep an eye on. Good defense by Williams as Suffolk is pinned in the corner. Finds some help in Tussey. Tussey dribbles out top of the key now. Gets it over to Oblige. Left wing. Picking up her dribble. Suffolk bounce pass down low. Kicks it out. Long two-pointer for Tussey. No good off the front rim. And Baptiste pulls down the rebound. She's moving to the basket with momentum and lays it up and in. Natalia Baptiste, 6 early points. Amityville on top, 8-5. 5:38 to go, first quarter. Backcourt pressure from Amityville. Lions able to break it. Suffolk has it, puts up a three, no good. Loose ball underneath, Santos goes for it. It's out of bounds. Last touch off of Kaylee Oblige, and Amityville gets it back. And it'll be Williams inbounding it. Now it's Chapman trying to break the backcourt press. She's double teamed, picks up her dribble, tries to get it up ahead of Hampton, and it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch off a blue jersey, so the Tide will keep possession as they inbound just to the right of us here on press row. It'll be Williams, and we get a timeout. Timeout called by head coach Sammy Perhalis-Holmes, and this is the exact start you would have hoped that Amityville would give. They're moving the ball around. Chapman got the scoring started for Amityville early. Baptiste has been dominant defensively and offensively. On the other side, the Lions have put up some shots. They've gotten some good looks, but they have not been able to convert consistently yet. But it has been a good start for both of these teams, a very good pace. We've only had one foul. And both teams want to talk things over, maybe even give their players a rest. We mentioned before how Amityville has a very short bench, and having to break a backcourt press and launching a press of their own every time the Lions want to bring the ball up the court. Perhaps coach recognized that they may need a breather here But this is a really good pace, and it's been a fun start. So both teams returning to the court. 8-5, Amityville on top, 5:21 to go in the first quarter. It will be Williams inbounding to our right. She gets it to Baptiste. Baptiste picks up her dribble, tries to get it down low to Hampton, and does. Hampton up with the shot off the glass, too strong, and the rebound is pulled down by West Islip. Here comes Oblige, down low in the paint. It's knocked away by Baptiste, and she brings the ball down the other court. The pace continues to be rapid. She fires up a wild shot, doesn't go. Loose ball pulled in by McCormick. And now it'll be Miali bringing it up. Far sideline, almost slips and falls, but gets it over to Oblige for help. Oblige has it. Gets it over around the world now to the near side. It's Sefik. Sefik back to Tussie. Tussie top of the key. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 2-bounce pass through the legs of Sefik and touches the baseline. So that'll be a turnover for the Lions, and the Tide will inbound up 8-5. 4:49 to play first quarter. Hampton and Baptiste play catch. Now it's Williams. Williams double teamed in the corner, finds Chapman, driving towards the paint, up with the layup, swatted away by McCormack, and we get a whistle. And that ball will be out of bounds and off a blue jersey. So Amityville will retain possession. Good defensive play by McCormick. And it's inbounded to Hampton. Hampton sets a screen. Baptiste, three-pointer, short off the far rim. And it is rebounded, and Tussie hits the floor hard, moving up the court, and they will call a foul on Amityville, inadvertent contact. So a second team foul on Amityville, and we will keep a close eye on that as this contest moves forward. Miali, double teamed right at midcourt, needs some help, gets it in Tussie. Tussie driving at the free throw line, finds McCormack. Now they get it to the other side, it's Oblige. Oblige puts up a long two, no good, but they're gonna call a foul. And that foul will be on Mariah Williams. So that will send Oblige to the free throw line, as Williams has to come out of this game as she has two quick fouls. And that will send Janiah Payton into the game for the first time for Amityville. Madison Rindos will enter the game for the Lions. So will Avery Hoyer. First free throw is good by Kaylee Oblige. That breaks the 4-0 Amityville run. And the second free throw on its way, and she's good for a pair. 8-7, Amityville still out in front. Lions pressuring. Payton gets it inbounds. Now she takes it herself. Decides to slow things down on the right wing. Gets it over to Baptiste, bottom of the circle. Baptiste calling out the play. Lions in the zone. Payton, three-pointer, near wing, no good. Air ball, might have been tipped on the way up. Rebound by McCormick. And here come the Lions. Miali finds Oblige in the corner for a long two, no good. And Payton brings it up for Amityville. Payton picks up the dribble. It's Baptiste, makes a move in the lane, and they're gonna call a travel on Natalia Baptiste, who already has 6 points in this game. And we're gonna get some substitutes, as entering the game for the first time will be Sarah Flynn. And Tussie brings the ball up, splits the defenders, picks up her dribble, looks around for some help, and gets it over to Miali. In the corner now, right off the bench, Flynn. Instead, it's Tussie. Tussie drives, has her pocket picked by Hampton. Here comes Baptiste. Baptiste triple team, takes it in the paint herself, up with the shot. No good, but she's able to draw the foul. And strong defense from Anaya Hampton leads to a good offensive push from Baptiste, and that will send Baptiste to the free throw line. Amityville up by 1, 3:16 to go opening quarter. Baptiste already with 6 points in this game. Talia Baptiste averaging 9.7 points per game this season. She's also made 30 free throws. The first shot falls for Baptiste. So Amityville back up by 2. And Baptiste set for the second attempt. Baptiste coming off a 12-point game against Islip as the second free throw rims out, and we get a whistle underneath. And they're going to call a lane violation on Chapman. So possession to the Lions. And that pass stolen away by Peyton. Peyton, one defender to beat. Instead, picks up her dribble, gets it to Baptiste, pops from 3, and drills it. Number 24 has been unstoppable early on here. Amityville up 12-7, 3 minutes to play, first quarter. And we get a whistle. And they're going to say that Miali stepped out of bounds. So the West Islip Lions still trying to find their game early on. Talia Baptiste putting her team on her shoulders as Chapman takes the inbound pass in between the circles. Puts up a long three-pointer off the front of the rim and backboard, no good. And the rebound is pulled down by McCormick. Miali, long pass, three-pointer, near wing, Oblige, no good. Hampton the rebound, and calmly tosses it over to Peyton. Peyton brings up the ball, pass tipped away by Tussey. Tussey sprinting to the hoop, and she lays it up and in. Smart play by Janiyah Peyton, letting her go. Good defense by Tussey, converting that into 2 points. It's now 12-9, 2:20 to go, and another turnover, intercepted, but we get a whistle. Miali takes it out of the hands of Chapman. And it will be the Lions inbounding right in front of us here as Miali has it, picks up her dribble, sent around to Oblige, who dribbles from left to right, back to Miali, and they're going to call a travel on Samantha Miali. So a turnover for the Lions. 12-9, Amityville out in front, just over 2 to play first quarter. Backcourt pressure now from the Lions as Peyton's inbound pass is tipped, but scooped up by Baptiste. She's able to get it cross court to Chapman, and Chapman has it swatted out of her hands by Oblige, but it will be off of Oblige, so Amityville gets it back. And it will be Baptiste who's set to inbound, but instead it will be the West Islip Lions calling a timeout. So Amityville will inbound in just a little bit, but first these coaches want to talk things over. And before the game, I had a chance to speak with the assistant coach of the Amityville Tide varsity girls basketball team, Coach Mike Abendondolo Sr., who also coaches soccer here along with his son, Mike Abendondolo. And he was saying he's very proud of the efforts of Anaya Hampton, who is a senior and is playing her second to last game here at home. He talks about how she's a captain of this team and has meant so much to this team both on and off the court. And she's a workhorse, and we see that every single game. She's a fighter. And when she pulls down a rebound, you don't want to get your hands on the ball because she will wrestle it away from you. If she can get her offensive game going and give Amityville a third option, that will really benefit the Tide. But so far in this one, opening quarter against the West Islip Lions, Amityville has played a really strong game on the backs of Natalia Baptiste. She already is in double figures with just 6 minutes gone by in this game, and she sets to inbound with Amityville up by 3. Here's a three-pointer, wide open. Peyton, top of the key, grazes the bottom of the net. Air ball out of bounds, and it will be West Islip inbounding. Amityville putting on a press. Cross-court pass, and now it'll be Oblige carrying it up the court. Miali trying to get a pass into the corner to Flynn. That sails out of bounds, so turnover for the Lions, and Amityville will inbound. It's Peyton, full court press by the Lions. Chapman has it, gets it to Baptiste. Baptiste crosses midcourt, looking to take it herself, up with the shot, smacked away by Oblige, and we're gonna get a jump ball, and possession will favor Amityville. So with 1:46 remaining in the first quarter, Amityville will get another shot as they have a 3-point lead. Baptiste set to inbound. Bounce pass to Hampton, gives it right back to Baptiste. Baptiste driving, pull-up jumper, 15-footer, air ball, and that sails out of bounds. So the Lions get it back. Chapman in the backcourt. 3 blue jerseys, now Peyton joins her. Oblige gets it across the timeline. Now Miali has it in front of the Tide bench. Driving is Flynn, puts up a sideline jumper, no good. Baptiste the rebound. And Baptiste heads up play as Flynn was trying to go for the steal. 1:17 to go as Baptiste thinks about a three-corner from the left wing. Instead, Santos tries to force a pass over to Chapman. It's stolen away. Miali drives to the hoop, up and in, count it, and the foul. So Samantha Miali will have a chance to complete a three-point play as that foul is called on Peyton. And that makes it 12-11 with a chance to tie the game here as we get a couple of substitutions entering the contest. Avery Hoyer back in this game, along with Madison Rindos. And Miali, who's been averaging 4.2 points per game, looks to complete the three-point play. Free throw is up and rims around and finds the bottom of the net. So we are all tied up at 12. 1:06 to go, first quarter. Pressure, backcourt. Baptiste has it. Far sideline, breaks the double team, still going, and a whistle is called and a foul. Baptiste has also been another player on this team that has come a long way. She has been on this team since her 8th grade season, currently a junior, and every year she gets better with the ball. She becomes a better shooter and defensive player, and you see how her confidence has grown over the years. But she's gotten a lot quicker as well as Hampton puts up a hook and just finds the backboard and nothing else. So Miali will bring it up court, runs into Austin, who enters this game for the first time for the Tide. Miali has it, top of the key, trying to get it over to Flynn. Pass is tipped by Baptiste, but Miali able to gain control back. A long two-pointer is drilled by Oblige with 38 seconds remaining. Her foot was on the line, and we get a whistle. And it looks like they're going to give possession back to the Lions. So the Lions have their first lead since early on in this contest, 14-12, 38 seconds left, 30 on the shot clock here in the first quarter. Inbound pass down low to Oblige, and they're going to call a foul on Jada Chapman. And that will give West Islip the ball under their own basket. And actually, the officials talking it over. No, they're going to say, yeah, because West Islip is now in the bonus, so that will send Oblige to the free throw line. 7-0 run currently for the Lions. Make it 8 as she hits the first free throw. She's now 3 for 3 from the charity stripe this game. And the second free throw is also good. So largest lead of the game for the Lions. 36 seconds left on the game clock, 27 on the shot clock. And the pass is intercepted by Tussey, who goes up with the easy layup from the left side. And very, very quickly, things have spiraled for the Tide here in the final minute of the first quarter. 18-12, 20 seconds left. Lions on top. And another turnover. It's taken away by Tussey. Shot clock turned off. Tussey from the left side with the right hand, and she converts on another field goal. 5 seconds left, 20-12. Baptiste looking to get the last shot, trying to drive, puts up a long two at the buzzer, air ball, and the first quarter comes to a close. Lions shockingly in front, 20-12. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
America's Vet Dogs is a national nonprofit empowering veterans, first responders, and active duty service members facing both visible and hidden disabilities through the placement of a highly trained service dog. However, recipients never bear the financial burden. You can be a part of making a meaningful difference in the lives of veterans and first responders in need. Learn more by visiting vetdogs.org.
Is Natalia Baptiste, point guard for the Amityville Tide, and you are watching Tide Basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And welcome back for quarter number 2 here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. It's the Amityville Tide hosting the West Islip Lions. Matt Grice-Corey is whirling here with you today as we bring you this Saturday morning matinee. And what a wild finish to the first quarter. Amityville leading 12-9 at one point in the first quarter, but in the final couple of minutes, West Islip goes on a 13-0 run in which they are still in the middle of. And they will get possession first as they get set to inbound right in front of us here on press row. Warriors, or the Tide, come back out onto the court after a conversation with their head coach. And we are set. Oblige over to Tussie, who's been the hot hand, and she trips over Janiah Payton's foot, but you can't do that, so that's a foul on Payton. So the Lions will inbound once again. Oblige gets it cross court over to Flynn. Flynn gets around Austin. Down low in the paint, shot doesn't go, and Payton pulls down the rebound. Opening minute, second quarter, Baptiste puts up a three-pointer. It's blocked by Leah Tussie. Out of bounds it goes, and the Lions will get it. Great defense by Tussie, not giving up on the play. Baptiste had a great first quarter. 10 points for her. Chapman started off the scoring for Amityville in this game, but nobody else has contributed, and this has been a theme we've talked about. Who else is going to step up and help the Amityville offense? Because once the Amityville offense went cold, it gave the Lions a chance to go on this 13-0 run. As that shot doesn't go, put back also no good, but the rebound pulled down by McCormick, and it is a scramble for the basketball, and finally we get a whistle, and they're going to call a foul. Looks like the foul is going to be called on Payton. So fouls are starting to accumulate early here for the Tide. Again, they are playing with a two-person bench. Right now it's Santos and Austin on the bench. Tussie has it. Far corner now. It's Miali. Gets it around the world. Back to the top of the key. Oblige. Back to Miali. Left wing, near corner. Back to the left wing, it's Tussie. Bounce pass, three-pointer Miali. No good. Rebound Tussie off the top of the backboard, and Hampton able to pull it down. So Amityville still looking to break this 13-0 run. Baptiste trying to do it all by herself. Now she looks for help. It's Williams. Williams thinks about the three. Now she takes it wide open, too strong off the back of the rim. Rebound pulled down by Miali. And she will take it up the court herself. 2-on-2. Up with the shot. No good. She runs into Payton, and we'll have to see if they call a charge. They do not. They call a foul on Janiah Payton, and Coach Perhalis Holmes doesn't like the call. She wanted a charge there. That will send Miali to the charity stripe. Lions in the midst of a 13-0 run. They are up 20-12. 6:36 to go in the first half. And the first free throw off the front of the rim, no good for Miali. Miali coming off a game in which she had 6 points, all from beyond the arc in a win against Islip. As a second free throw finds the bottom of the net. So 14-0 run as Miali goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Baptiste picks up her dribble, gets a dangerous bounce pass over to Hampton. Now it's Chapman. Chapman drives baseline, and we get a foul on the floor. So Amityville will keep possession as Chapman is helped to her feet by Payton and Hampton. Chapman coming up with a little limp as she hit the floor hard, but she appears to be okay as Amityville gets set to inbound under their own basket. It'll be Baptiste inbounding. Tussie in her face. Hampton gets the inbound pass, puts up a long two. That doesn't go. And the rebound pulled down by the blue jerseys of West Islip. Miali. Now Flynn, long two. Rebound pulled down by Chapman after the miss. 21-12. Almost 2 minutes into the second quarter. Tide still looking for their first basket. Chapman up with the floater. It's an air ball. May have been tipped, but the officials give it to West Islip, so that ball was not tipped. Amityville putting some backcourt pressure on. Miali has it. Finds McCormick in the paint. Now it's Flynn up with the shot. Doesn't find any daylight, and Payton brings down the defensive board. Crossing the timeline, steps up, three-pointer, backboard, side rim, no good. Chasing down in the corner, Chapman, and they're going to say last touch off of Samantha McCormick. So Amityville will keep possession. still looking to break a 14-0 run by the Lions going back to the first quarter. They currently lead Amityville by 9 points, 5:43 to go until the half. Payton has it, top of the key, hands it off to Baptiste. Baptiste, guarded by Tussey, gets a screen from Payton, hands it off to Williams. Williams drives from the left upper block. She knocks down a pair of blue pins and draws the foul. So Williams goes to the free throw line in search of her first points of the game. Williams getting cheered on by her bench and her coach. Small crowd here today, but about an equal amount of fans from both of these teams. Brave enough to come out during a day where it is in the single digits outside as Williams misses the first free throw. Amityville still looking to break the 14-0 run. And Williams sets for the second free throw off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound pulled down by McCormick. McCormick hands it off to Miali, who gets it up court to Flynn. Flynn, far wing, right in front of the Amityville bench. Loose ball, and it's picked up by Baptiste, finding Chapman up with the shot. No good. Rebound by Flynn. And the Lions bring the ball back up the court. No pressure from the Tide this time as Miali has it in between the circles, playing catch with Flynn. Right wing, drives, far baseline, sent around the world. Now it's Oblige. She goes up with the shot, off the side rim, no good. Rebound put back, and that doesn't hit. And we are going to get a foul called, and that will be on Jada Chapman. And that puts them in the bonus, as we are going to get a couple of substitutes. Avery Hoyer comes back in the game along with Madison Rindos. And Samantha McCormick on the free throw line. She averages 2.7 points a game, coming off a performance in which she had 5 points against Islip in their 47-38 win. She misses the first free throw. And the second is good. So the run goes up to 15. 22-12, largest lead of the game for the Lions as they go up by double figures for the first time. Backcourt pressure, Baptiste splits a triple team, picks up her dribble, and they're gonna call a foul on West Islip. So it shows you what Baptiste's effort can do, her ability with the ball. But she needs some help here as Payton gets set to inbound, and it is Baptiste. Right wing, back to Payton. Payton fakes the handoff to Baptiste. Now Payton has it, top of the key, gives it over to Williams. Williams picks up the dribble, back to Baptiste. Payton, far corner three, no good. Loose ball in the paint, and they're gonna call a foul on Hampton for reaching over the top. She doesn't like the call. And that will allow West Islip to take the stroll to the other end of the court for a couple of freebies. And as the fouls continue to accumulate here for the Tide, I want to remind you there are 2 people on their bench today. Right now it consists of Jada Chapman and Shania Austin. But going to the free throw line will be Samantha McCormick as the officials get everything cleared up with the scorers table across from us here. And I don't know, it looks like they're trying to make sure the correct number of fouls are listed on the scoreboard. Now everything seems to check out okay. And McCormick gets set for the free throws. McCormick has 1 point today so far on the last possession. She misses the first free throw there. Now 1 for 3 from the charity stripe. Second free throw, rims out, but it's pulled in by Hoyer, but she loses it out of bounds. Hoyer, one of the smaller girls on the court, sneaky to get that offensive rebound. And Santos enters the game, and actually they're gonna say that it was out of bounds on the Tide. So West Islip keeps it. Costly missed opportunity on the glass for the Tide. Coach Perhalis wants more defensive pressure as that ball is stolen away by Williams. It is a 2-on-2. West Islip does a good job getting back. Williams up with the shot, counted in the foul. So Williams breaks the 15-0 run and will get an opportunity to complete the three-point play. And Amityville needed that as they still trail 22-14, 4:11 to go in the first half. And we get a couple of substitutions here for West Islip. Charlotte Seffick comes back into this game. And she'll be joined by Flynn and Jillian Alfano. And Williams completes the three-point play, 22-15, halfway through quarter number 2. Miali gets it up ahead to Flynn, right wing. Flynn double-teamed, looking for some help, cross-court pass. It's Seffick. Seffick fresh off the bench, finds Oblige. Now it's Alfano. Back to Seffick, who drives from the left side, doesn't go. Loose ball in the paint, and it's scooped up by Baptiste. Baptiste pushing the tempo again, driving, splits the defenders, up with the shot, and it doesn't go. But that will give Baptiste an opportunity to shoot a pair from the free throw line. 22-15. Lions on top, 3:36 to go until the half. Baptiste is Amityville's second leading scorer, averaging 9.7 points per game. She does have, she misses the first free throw, she does have 31 free throws, including today on the season. So she is good at driving to the basket and getting to the line. 10 points so far today for Baptiste, but she's been quiet since the first quarter. Second free throw, rims out, rebound, loose, pulled down by Oblige. Oblige has it. Dangerous pass to Miali, able to control it. Plays catch for the Oblige, corner, three-pointer. Flynn off the side rim, no good. Hampton, the rebound, and gets it over to Williams, who hands it off to Baptiste. Amityville trying to cut into this Lion lead. It's Peyton, near wing, hands it over to Baptiste, crossover dribble, upper right block, pulls back, Peyton, long two, foot on the line, doesn't go. Rebound pulled down by Seffick. Here come the Lions, Seffick, near sideline, guarded by Baptiste. Over to Miali, Miali top of the key, in the corner now, it's Oblige, puts up a three-pointer, strong, and it's off the foot of Seffick, and that will be Tide basketball. 2:49 to play in the half. Lions on top, 22-15. No pressure now in the backcourt by the Lions, as it'll be Baptiste bringing the ball up the near sideline. She calls out her play. Lions in the zone, gets a screen by Peyton. Baptiste up with the three-pointer, no good. Rebound pulled down by Miali. And here comes Flynn sprinting up, runs into a wall. It's Peyton, her arms are in the air, and we'll have to see if they call a foul on Amityville. They do. They call it on Peyton, and that will be 2 free throws. And Peyton is in some foul trouble here in the second quarter, as she comes out of the game, and entering the game now will be Shania Austin. So Peyton takes a seat as her foul ticker is up. Free throws by Flynn. First one doesn't go. So Peyton, one more foul, and she is out of this contest. She's on the bench with Chapman. Second free throw banked in. So Flynn is on the board. And it's now 23-15. 2.5 to go, second quarter. Williams, bounce pass, low right block. Hampton spins, shot, doesn't go. Rebound pulled in by Seffick. Seffick takes it across the timeline herself, finds Flynn. Flynn driving in the lane and scores. So Flynn, empowered by the fact that she knows Amityville has to be very, very careful, as Williams had her hand straight up in the air, didn't want to get called for a foul. Now Williams trying to help on the offensive side, and it will be Santos, who loses the handle, picked up, shot up in the air, and scoring is Shania Austin off the bench. So a good job by the Tide to keep possession there, and Austin gets her first points of the day. But back come the Lions, and once again, it is Flynn who's gotten red hot here over the last couple minutes. She has a quick 5 points, and it's 27-17 with 90 seconds to go in the first half. Williams, right wing, crossover dribble, drives in the paint, floats it out to Austin. Austin drives, puts up a shot, it's blocked, and it will be Alfano who hands it over to Miali. Miali finding Sefik. Sefik drives, pulls back. Hampton coming out to guard her. In the corner, long two-pointer Alfano, no good. Coming in and grabbing the rebound is Sarah Flynn, who is doing everything offensively for this Lions team. We are under a minute to play in the half. It's 29-17, Lions on top. Baptiste has it, bottom of the circle. Now it's Williams, right wing. Williams crossover, tries to get it far side, over to Austin. Down low to Hampton, spins, puts up the shot, no good, loose ball. Scooped up by Alfano. 41 seconds on the game clock, 26 seconds on the shot clock, second quarter. Miali, corner, driving, Sefik up with the shot, no good. Williams the rebound. 28 seconds remaining, shot clock turned off. Here comes Williams and the Tide. Williams looks to drive, puts up a shot over two defenders, doesn't go. And the rebound is pulled down by Sefik. 15 seconds remaining. Miali down low, trying to get the pass to her teammate, Oblige, and she can't handle it. It goes out of bounds. So with 12 and a half seconds remaining in the half, Amityville will presumably get one more opportunity. Baptiste breaks the press. She drives, 6 seconds. Baptiste, three-pointer, up with the shot, too strong. Loose ball, 3 seconds left. Lions have it, half-court shot at the buzzer by Blige, off the backboard, no good. And that's where things will come to a conclusion here in the first half. It is 29-17, Lions on top of the Tide. Halftime show coming up. We'll break this one down for you right here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s,
affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions.
Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping, because when you talk, they hear you.
America's Vet Dogs is a national nonprofit empowering veterans, first responders, and active duty service members facing both visible and hidden disabilities through the placement of a highly trained service dog. However, recipients never bear the financial burden. You can be a part of making a meaningful difference in the lives of veterans and first responders in need. Learn more by visiting vetdogs.org.
Space in football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose, but here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. This is my time. Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started. This is my time. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Find your place in space. This is my time. Space for All.
Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Hi, this is Tommy Lugauer, Loogie, from WFAN, and you're watching the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
It's the Tide Basketball Halftime Show on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And welcome back to the Fred Williams Memorial Gymnasium as we are at the half on this Saturday morning matinee as the Amityville Tide are hosting the West Islip Lions, and they find themselves currently trailing 29-17. We will break this one down for you in just a couple of minutes, but again, thank you for spending your Saturday morning with us here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. I'm Matt Grice. Corey's whirling behind the scenes, pushing all the buttons for us today. And we have a special guest with us here as Mr. Zwirling has brought his daughters to help us out here on AVBN. Serena and her younger sister, Chloe, who's upstairs watching the camera right now. Serena, you've been put to work today. What do you think about running the camera? Are you having fun? Let's get that microphone a little closer to your mouth. Up. And go ahead and talk.
And Chloe, she has been helping too.
That's great. Now, you actually did a game for us last week also.
Yeah,
so
I did.
What do you think? You want to be a camera person in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's good right now. Let's talk about the basketball game. What do you think about the game so far today?
It's been really good.
It's been really good. What's your favorite part?
I don't know, actually. But probably recording everything.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fun. Do you have a favorite player that you like to watch?
No, I don't.
No? Okay. So what do you think's going to happen in the second half?
I'm not really sure, but I think Amityville is going to have a big comeback.
All right. Well, we'll have to see. And Serena, I really appreciate all your help today. Same thing with your sister Chloe. You guys are doing an awesome job, so keep it up, okay?
Okay.
All right. So Serena thinks that Amityville is going to have a good second half. Well, let's tell you what happened in the first half of this one as we will break things down. In the first quarter, went really well for Amityville. It was Samantha Miali who started things off for the Lions with a quick three-pointer. And, you know, Amityville wanted to come out today and get off to a very fast start. That would be key. You don't want to fall behind early to any team really, but for a team that's had trouble scoring consistently this year, that was important. Give credit to Jada Chapman. Right off the bat, she responds immediately with a field goal, and then Natalia Baptiste answers back with a field goal as well. So Amityville actually goes up early, and then they go on a nice little run, a 4-0 run, all by Baptiste, and then Baptiste will hit a three-pointer, hit a free throw, and Amityville was looking really, really good. They had themselves a 12-9 lead at one point in the first quarter. One of the themes that we talked about coming into this game, though, is that Amityville would have to be very, very careful with the fouls because they came into this contest and will be coming into every contest the rest of the way with only 2 members of their team on the bench, which means not only do you have to worry about a fast-paced game of getting tired, but also getting into foul trouble. In the beginning of this game, the pace was outstanding, and Amityville was running up and down the court, playing aggressive defensively and offensively, driving to the basket. Baptiste all over the place with causing turnovers, 10 first-quarter points. But then the foul started to happen. And as the foul started to happen, the momentum started to shift. And it shifted pretty quickly. In the final 90 seconds of quarter number 1, the Lions would start what would end up being a 15-0 run that would not conclude until the second quarter. And they were led by Kaylee Oblage, who during that run, she had 6 of those points, and then 4 of those points, Leah Tussey. And Amityville had no answer, and the fouls kept piling up. Quarter 1 ended 90 seconds earlier. Amityville was up 12-9, and the quarter ended with Amityville trailing 20-12. So we always talk about how basketball is a game of runs. Sometimes they occur very, very quickly. Amityville's offense very quiet at the start of the second quarter, but the Lions were having trouble getting going as well. They had 4 free throw opportunities. Again, the fouls piling up. They were only able to convert on 2 of those 4 free throws. And then finally, Amityville able to get some points as Mariah Williams ended what would be a 15-0 Lions run as she drove to the basket, hit her shot, and drew the foul, completed the three-point play successfully. But then it would be a 3-0 run, answered right back by the Lions, and this would start a streak for Sarah Flynn, who did not start this game for the Lions, but she comes off the bench, and she goes on a run unto herself. She gets to the free throw line and converts on 1 of 2 of her shots, then hits 3 consecutive field goals from the floor and gets herself 7 quick points. And that's where quarter number 2 would end. Amityville trailing 29-17. And I'm sure what Coach Perales Holmes is telling her girls at the half is, look, you played a really strong first quarter. You can play with this team, but you have to be more disciplined in the second half. Janiah Payton, who did not start, she came off the bench. She has 4 fouls, so 1 more foul and she's out of this game, and that would leave the Tide with only 1 player on their bench. So they're going to have to be really careful, but you don't want to lose that aggressive edge either. But for Amityville, they're going to need to spread the offense out. They're going to need to get Jada Chapman involved in the offense again. She was in some foul trouble in the first half as well. Baptiste has been trying to put this team on her shoulders, but she cannot do everything herself. And if they can do that, if they can get Hampton going, who hasn't been able to score yet this game, if Chapman can start to get hot, especially from beyond the arc, and they can support Natalia Baptiste offensively, we've seen that this Tide team can make a comeback. But I think we're going to find out very early in the third quarter what's going to happen, as a big run here to start the third could bury the Tide here. But if Amityville can get things going offensively, they can cut into this lead and give themselves a shot here in the second half. But the only way to find out what's going to happen next is to stick around at the half. It's 29-17 Lions on top of the Tide. Second half action coming up right after this on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s,
affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions.
Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping, because when you talk, they hear you.
This is Jada Chapman. I am a guard for the Amityville Tide, and you are watching Tide basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And welcome back to third quarter action here at the Fred Williams Memorial Gymnasium. Matt Grice, Corey Zwirling bringing you all the action today on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. It is 29-17, the West Islip Lions out in front of the Amityville Tide, and Mariah Williams on the first possession of the quarter drives to the basket and draws a foul. And she's able to convert on her first free throw. So Williams has hit a couple from the line today. And she gets set for the second free throw. And she's able to convert a pair. But it looks like they're going to call a lane violation on Amityville. So that will wipe the point off the board. 29-18, opening minute of quarter number 3. Lions have it. Mid-range jumper from the baseline by Sefik doesn't go. She's joined by Miali, who tries to force a pass down low, and it's taken away by Williams. It's Williams, Santos, Chapman, Baptiste, and Hamilton. Chapman puts up a shot. It's short off the front of the rim, and Sefik has it. She's joined by Tussie, Oblige, Miali. And thinking about a three-pointer was Miali. Instead, good pass, down low to Oblige, puts up the shot on the give and go, and hits. So first points of the second half for the Lions, and it is 31-18, opening minute of the third quarter. Chapman down low to Hampton. Hampton pushing her way to the basket, puts up the shot, doesn't go, but she draws the foul. And this is where Amityville wants to try to accumulate points and start to come back in this one with that clock not ticking. Again, Williams did hit a pair, but the second one waved off on the lane violation. Hampton only 6 free throws made this season. You know the Tide would love to see her get to the line more. She hits the first free throw. Hampton coming off an 8-point game. She averages 5.6 points per game this year. These are her first points of the day, and Hampton hits a pair. So 31-20, Lions up by 11. 6:50 to go, third quarter. Pressure in the backcourt by Amityville. Miali breaks the pressure, right wing, looking for help. Sends it around the world to Oblige. Long two-pointer from the baseline, no good. Rebound fought for and grabbed by a blue jersey. Kick back out to Oblige, top of the key, drives in the paint, puts up a shot, and draws a foul. Baptiste does not like the call as she goes over to talk to the officials. She's still talking to the officials. And that will send Kaylee Oblige to the line. And the first free throw is good. So all 3 points so far in quarter number 3 for the Lions belong to Oblige. The second free throw, no good. Baptiste pulls down a rebound, pushes Miali out of the way. A couple more blue jerseys to beat, but she loses the handle. Loose ball on the floor. And we are going to get another foul called on Baptiste. So 2 quick team fouls here for Amityville in the third quarter. And that will bring Peyton off the bench. Santos takes a seat. Remember, Peyton has 4 fouls already. And 2 quick team fouls for Amityville here in the third. Miali has it. Double teamed right in front of us here on press row. Gets it cross court to Tussie. Tussie back to Miali. Miali can't handle the pass, and it sails out of bounds, so it'll be a turnover for the Lions. Tide get the ball back. 32-20, Lions out in front, 6:11 to play in the third quarter. Baptiste sends it cross court, three-pointer. Chapman hits the floor after the missed shot and grabs her leg. She appears to be hurt. Hampton trying to pull her to her feet. It's a 5-on-3 back the other way. Ball trickles out of bounds, so a break for the Tide as Chapman appears to be in pain, but she's trying to shake it off, and she knows her teammates need her both for her offensive skill and the fact that their bench is short. So Amityville gets the ball back, trailing by 12. Baptiste crosses the timeline, bottom of the circle, gets it to Williams. Williams left wing, Peyton in the corner, dribbles it out now, back to the top of the key. Hands it over to Baptiste. Baptiste drives, thinks about putting up a shot. Instead, it's Chapman. Chapman looking okay on that ankle, puts up the floater, doesn't go. Air ball sails out of bounds. So Chapman appears to be okay, but can't convert on the shot. And possession belongs to the Lions as Tussie has it. Now it's Oblige. 2 Tide jerseys in the backcourt, but the press is broken. Oblige has it tipped away by Williams. Oblige trapped in the far corner, needs some help. Bounce pass over to Tussie. And I think that Amityville was hoping they were going to say Tussie stepped out of bounds, but instead they are going to call a foul. And that will bring Santos in, and Peyton heads to the bench, and I believe that foul was on Peyton. If it was, she's fouled out of the game. Tussie has it after the inbound, guarded by Chapman. Here comes the double team by Baptiste. Now it's Shepik. And McCormick loses the handle out of bounds. Good pressure by the Tide defense. Williams inbounds to Baptiste. 32-20, approaching the 5-minute mark of quarter number 3 as Baptiste calls out the play. Looking for a screen. It's Hampton that gives it. Baptiste splits the defenders, drives up with the left side, and good. Do they count it? And they're going to say it's on the floor. So, or it was, at least it was before the shot attempt. No, they're going to say the basket counted. So Baptiste goes to the line looking to complete the three-point play, and she does. So Talia Baptiste, 13 points on the day. And it's now 32-23. Lion lead into single digits. Miali breaks the press, tries to get a pass over to Ofano. It's tipped out of bounds. Good defense by the Tide. And the Lions can't save it, so Amityville will get the ball back. Williams inbounds. Baptiste has it. 9-point lead for the Lions. Baptiste gives responsibility over to Chapman. Now it's down low to Hampton. Back to Chapman. Chapman puts up a shot from the free throw line. Another air ball by Chapman. And it goes out of bounds. She's struggling to find her game offensively. And now it looks like the officials are going to say that shot was actually tipped. So last touch off a blue jersey. Amityville will keep possession with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Dangerous inbound to Hampton. And she goes up with a shot, no good. Loose ball. Williams hits the deck. Chapman comes down with it, right wing, right in front of her coach. Baptiste, top of the key, drives, puts up a shot, and good. Baptiste with 15 points now to lead all scores for Amityville. It's 32-25. Good pressure by Amityville, but here comes Oblige. She drives in the lane over Hampton, up with the shot, no good. And they are going to call a foul on Hampton, who is in disbelief over the call, wanting to draw the charge. But that will send Oblige to the charity stripe, and she's up with the first shot and hits. So that ends a 5-0 Tide run. And it's now 33-25, Lions up by 8. Second free throw is also good. So Oblige does her job. 34-25, halfway point of quarter number 3. Baptiste, bottom of the circle, looking for a screen instead. Passes it to Williams. Williams, three-pointer, left wing, doesn't go. And the rebound pulled down by Oblige. She brings it up near sideline in the paint, up with the shot, no good. And she draws the foul. Looks like she lands on Baptiste's foot, but she appears to be okay. So Oblige right back to the free throw line. And she will shoot a pair. First free throw, no good for Oblige. Oblige averages 7 points per game. Came into this contest with 19 free throws, so she's used to getting to the charity stripe. Here's the second attempt. That one is good. So 1 out of 2 for Oblige. 35-25. Lead is back up to 10 for the Lions. And Baptiste will handle the one-guard duties for the Tide. Gets it down low to Santos. Puts up a shot. No good. Hampton the rebound. She follows up, and she will draw a foul. So that will send Hampton to the free throw line. Hampton with 2 points today, both coming from the free throw line as she's 2 of 2. And the first free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. Santos comes over, gives her some words of encouragement as Hampton gets set for her second free throw. Hampton with 7 free throws on the season and does not get number 8, as it'll be Miali bringing down the rebound. Now it's Alfano brings the ball up the court. We get a whistle and a timeout. Timeout called by the Lions as both teams will retreat to their respective benches. It is 35-25, Lions out in front, but this game has never felt like Amityville has been out of it, and the Lions have never really been able to put the death blow finishing touches on this. The longer the Lions allow Amityville to hang in there, the more dangerous this becomes for them. But Amityville needs to be very careful as they are in foul trouble. Peyton, we believe, has fouled out of the game. So Amityville only has one available substitute on their bench. And you can't lose that aggressiveness if you want to try to come back in this game. But at the same time, you have to be very, very careful with what you are doing defensively and offensively. The officials don't seem too inclined to call the charge today. Most of the times where it looked like it could go either way on a 50-50 play, either a charge or a defensive foul, the call has been on the defense. So that's something that Amityville needs to be mindful of. In order to actually get the charge, you have to plant your feet, have your hands straight up in the air, and allow the offensive player to take at least 2 steps. And there's been a couple of times where Hampton has thought that, you know, she sacrificed her body and drew the charge but did not get the call. So Amityville, last team back out onto the court as Coach Alice Holmes finishes her words of wisdom. And it will be on the court for Amityville: Baptiste, Hampton, Chapman, Williams, and Santos. Austin on the bench. Peyton out of the game. Miali to Tussey. Far baseline corner, driving now. Oblige up with the shot and good. So Oblige has been the star of the third quarter for the Lions. She has all of their points as ball sails out of bounds. Turnover by Amityville. 37-25, approaching the 3-minute mark of quarter number 3. 8 points for Oblige here in the third quarter alone. Tussey has it pocket picked, and Baptiste wide open with the layup and is able to hit. So Baptiste converts, and that ends the 5-0 run for the Lions. Baptiste with 17 points now to lead all scores. Miali has it, top of the key, near corner. It's Oblige. She drives baseline, gets it over to Suffolk. Bounce pass, top of the key, around to Tussey. Tussey has it, left wing, gets a screen. Now it's Oblige, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Sent to Alfano. Alfano up with the 3, doesn't go. Rebound, fought for, jump ball called. Baptiste thought she had it cleanly as she's pleading with the officials because possession will favor West Islip on the jump ball. So it'll be Miali inbounding for the Lions. And she gets it in to Sefik. Sefik puts up a shot, air ball, but it goes off of Chapman as she can't handle it out of bounds. And possession will remain with the Lions. 27 seconds on the shot clock. 2:14 to play here in the third quarter. 10-point lead for the Lions. Miali gets it inbounds. 3-pointer corner for Sefik, and she drains it. And that gets the lead up to 13. It's 40-27, 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Williams has it. Right wing, down low, right blocks, back out to Williams. Shot doesn't go, short off the side rim, and we get a pile up in the paint. And they're gonna reward possession to Amityville. Coming back into the game, Sarah Flynn, who went on fire at the end of the first half. As Sefik will take a seat after hitting that 3-pointer. Dangerous inbound pass, Baptiste able to get it. Driving in the paint, knocks Flynn on her back. And they wave off the basket. And they will call a foul on the Lions. And that will send Baptiste to the free throw line. And again, the shot on the floor did not count. So Baptiste with 17 points on the day looks to add to that total and cut into this Lions lead. First free throw is up and good for Baptiste. Baptiste a threat from all over the court. She has 21 3-pointers on the season coming into this game, but shows you that she can drive to the basket, draw fouls, and hit her free throws as she hits a pair. 40-29, 90 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Flynn has it, guarded by Baptiste. Now it's far corner, three-pointer off the front of the rim for Oblige, and Baptiste brings it back up the other way for Amityville. Williams puts up a three-pointer, drills it. Mariah Williams, big three-pointer. And now it's 40-32, approaching the 1 minute mark of quarter number 3. Lead back into single digits for the Lions. Miali has it, dribbles around. Far corner now, it's Flynn. Flynn picks up the dribble, cross-court pass over to Oblige. Fakes left, dribbles right, falls down, ball out of bounds as she loses her shoe. And Amityville gets the ball back. 49 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Amityville has cut into this Lions lead. They trail by 8 as Baptiste brings the ball up the court. Williams coming off that three-pointer. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 40 on the game clock. Shot won't go for the Tide, and it is Oblige back the other way. Fakes out. Baptiste goes up with this shot. Baptiste wanted a travel call, and she will get it. So a turnover for the Lions. Good fake out, but too many steps by Oblige as we get a couple of substitutions here. Hoyer comes back into the contest along with Madison Rindos. Her sister Courtney Rindos, senior, also a member of this team. She is currently on the bench. Backcourt pressure, Williams tasked with getting it inbounds. Tries to force a pass in, and Hoyer is able to tip that pass, and Avery and Baptiste battle it out, and the officials will call a jump ball, and it favors the Lions, but I believe the last jump ball also favored the Lions. Maybe they didn't change that on press row. Nevertheless, 25 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. Shot clock is turned off. Miali has it, top of the key, double teamed. Three-pointer won't go. And Amityville has it. 12 seconds remaining, it's Baptiste. Baptiste, right wing, 5 seconds. And they're gonna call a turnover on Baptiste. I guess they're gonna say she double dribble. Palm ball, hand over the top of the ball, same thing. And with 3 seconds left, the Lions trying to get the last shot off. It's Miali, and Miali drills a three-pointer at the buzzer to conclude quarter number 3. And you can hear the excitement from the Lions fans behind us here. 3 quarters in the books, 1 to play. And with that three-pointer, Lions are back up by 11. Fourth quarter coming up next right here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing. And getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. This is my time. Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started. This is my time. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Find your place in space. This is my time. Space for All.
This is Andrea Santos, forward for the Amityville Tide, and you are watching Tide Basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And welcome back to the Fred Williams Memorial Gymnasium as we get set to start the fourth quarter here. It has been a wild game, a game in which Amityville played a very good 6 minutes of the first quarter, had themselves a 12-9 lead, but then the Lions go on a 15-0 run that spans the end of the first quarter and beginning of the second quarter, and they have never looked back. They've led by as much as 15 points, but to Amityville's credit, they keep cutting back into the Lion lead. They've been able to get it into single digits several times, but have not been able to get it any closer than 8 points. Right now, it is an 11-point lead for the Lions, but Amityville will start off the fourth quarter with possession. Williams will inbound right in front of us. Baptiste, Hampton, Santos, and Chapman on the court for the Tide. Williams puts up a left wing three, and Williams drains it. Williams with 2 3-pointers in the last couple of minutes. And it's 43-35, opening minute of the fourth quarter. And Tussey called for the travel, so a turnover by the Lions. And something we've talked about here today, the Lions just unable to put the nail in the coffin. They keep giving Amityville life. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. 43-35, Baptiste slowing things down as she crosses midcourt. Bottom of the circle, it's Williams, left wing, guarded by Flynn. Drives, finds Chapman. Chapman scored first in this game and has not been able to find her game since. She goes up with the shot, and they're going to call a foul on the floor. 2 shots awarded to Chapman. And, the West Islip Lions bench, Coach Scharf wanted that to be an up-down. And instead, they're going to say it wasn't on the shot, which is interesting. Instead, they just give possession back to Amityville. It's Baptiste driving in the paint, and they're going to call an up-down on Baptiste. So the call that we thought was going to be given to Chapman ends up being handed over to Baptiste. Either way, it's a turnover for Amityville, and the Lions will bring the ball up the court. Oblige has it. Now it's Tussey. Back to Alfano in the corner, Oblige, and we get a whistle and a travel call on Oblige. So a sloppy start for both of these teams with the basketball here in the fourth quarter. And Amityville gets another opportunity to cut into this lead. It's 43-35, 7 to play in the contest. Baptiste has it. Now it's Chapman. Chapman, long three-pointer off the far rim, doesn't go, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sarah Flynn, so Amityville will keep possession. So if Amityville is going to come back in this one as a timeout is called, they're going to have to get as hot as a cup of coffee, and they have not been able to do that consistently here. They have had a couple of runs here. Their best run coming in the third quarter, a 5-0 run, all led by Natalia Baptiste, who has 19 points to lead all scorers in this game. And, Amityville is just searching for that second offensive option. It's been a theme all season. We have seen Chapman get red hot for Amityville. We've seen Hampton get hot for Amityville. We've certainly seen Baptiste get hot for Amityville, but we've never seen all three of them really able to do it at the same time. And I actually spoke with assistant coach Mike Abendondolo Sr. before the game and asked him about that very thing. And he spoke about how he understands that there is definitely talent out there, but they need to find a way to get all of them playing at the same time. And he says he likes the improvements that he's seen in practice from them. Now they need to bring it out on the court. Good pass, down low, no good by Williams. Loose ball on the court, and it's picked up by Alfano. Good pressure in the backcourt by the Tide. And another missed opportunity to cut into this lead as the Lions able to get the ball into their front court. Oblige has it. Now it's McGalley. Bounce pass in the paint, low block, up with the shot. Oblige, she's fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot a pair. And again, if you're just joining us, Janiah Payton did foul out of this game. Right now, there is only one substitute available. It is Shania Austin for the Tide, as the first free throw is no good by Oblige. 43-35, 8-point lead for the Lions. 6:28 to go in the game. Second free throw, also no good. Rebound pulled down by Alfano. She goes back up with this shot and hits with an opportunity for a three-point play. All smiles for Jillian Alfano, and that's why those defensive boards are so important. That'll send Alfano to the free throw line. Right now they haven't given her the points yet. As she misses the free throw, it should be 45-35. So we get a timeout on the floor. So Alfano can't convert the three-point play, but nevertheless, a great job just getting the rebound and then going up with the shot and drawing the foul. So she gets her first points of the day, and it is a 10-point lead, 45-35, 6:23 to go in this game. Amityville had a couple opportunities to get the lead down to 6 or even 5, but were not able to do it. Mariah Williams has the last 6 points for the Tide, both three-pointers, one here in the fourth quarter, one at the end of the third quarter. And other than that, it has really been the Natalia Baptiste show offensively. Who's going to step up, if anybody, for the Tide? And they will send out the same 5 back out onto the court. Coach Sharf still talking it over with his girls. Amityville ready to go. For the Lions, it'll be Miali, McCormick, Flynn, Tussey, and Oblige. Miali inbounds to Flynn, right wing. Dribbles left, passes it, corner, three-pointer. Miali, too strong. Rebound, fought for, out of bounds. Last touch off McCormick. So Amityville gets the ball back. Trailing by 10, 6:14 to go in the game. Williams inbounds to Baptiste. In between the circles. Thinks about a pass, pulls up, three-pointer off the mark, out of bounds. Last touch, looks like Flynn may have gotten a piece of it, so Amityville will get another shot at it. Baptiste inbound to Hampton. Hampton back to Baptiste, puts up mid-range jumper and converts. Baptiste, 21 points on the day, and the lead back down to 8 for the Lions. As Tussey has it, bounce pass, down low, back to Tussey, in the paint, up from the left side, shot doesn't go, and the rebound snatched up by Williams. 5:40 to go, 8-point lead for the Lions. Baptiste in the paint, up with the floater, off the top of the backboard, front rim, no good. And hitting the deck on the play was Leah Tussey. And they're gonna call a foul on Amityville. So the Lions will retain possession. No pressure in the backcourt by Amityville. 45-37, 5:30 to play in the game. Oblige has it. Chest pass over now to Flynn. Baseline, left wing, Flynn. Top of the key, Tussey. Now it's Oblige in between the circles, picks up her dribble. Flynn has it, left wing, one dribble. Looking for help, finds Oblige, driving in the paint, up with the shot, strong off the back rim. And Chapman has the ball. We're gonna see a jump ball called this time. Possession again, actually, is going to favor, according to the arrow, it's going to favor the Lions. So they will keep it. Inbound, Flynn. Flynn has it near baseline in the corner. Baptiste in her face, and they're going to call a foul on Baptiste. And Baptiste is saying it was all ball. But they're going to say it was a reach-in foul, so. The Lions will once again inbound, and Baptiste is out of this game. Flynn has it, looks for help and finds it in Miali. Loose ball, snatched up by Hampton, and she will give it over to Chapman. Chapman will take over the one guard duties with Baptiste on the bench. 45-37, 4:43 to play. Spinning around is McCormick after intercepting the pass, and the Lions have it back. Miali, bottom of the circle. Chapman comes out to meet her. Tussey now. Back to Oblige. Finds Miali. Into the paint, spinning around, it's Oblige. And we get a whistle. And they're gonna call a foul on Amityville. So some frustration being shown from the white jerseys. And that will put the Lions in the bonus. And once again, send Oblige to the free throw line. 45-37, 4:22 to play in this game. And the first free throw is up and good. So Oblige hits the first. She spent a lot of time in the second half at the free throw line. Here's the second attempt. Also good. So she does her job. Couple of substitutions coming in, as it'll be Rindos and Hoyer entering the game as they put pressure on in the backcourt. Chapman has it, and they call a foul on, it looks like, Hoyer. So a little too aggressive. And Williams will get set to inbound again. Needing some help in the backcourt as there's more blue jerseys than white. Chapman now has it, gets it to Hampton. Hampton spins around, finds Chapman. Chapman gets it across the timeline. Santos has it, gets it over to Williams. Williams drives, baseline, has it knocked out of her hands by Oblige, out of bounds, and the Tide will keep possession. Timeout taken by the Lions. Maybe it looks like it was Amityville on the tired timeout Amityville, and then I heard timeout blue. So it's a timeout either way. 47-37, Lions out in front. And really the story of this game goes all the way back to the last 90 seconds of quarter number one, a quarter in which Amityville played very, very well. At one point had a 12-9 lead, but in a very short period of time, the Lions go off on a 15-0 run, and that really has been the difference in this game, as Amityville has gotten it down to within 8-point lead for the Lions, but they have not been able to break that mark. The Lions have yet to put the Tide away, but time is now a factor, and so is the bench. We'll see if Amityville runs out of gas. Peyton and Baptiste on the bench as Williams has it near baseline, and a foul will be called as she drives to the basket. Foul on the floor. And that'll be called, it looks like, on Rindos. So who's actually not in the game. I thought he held up number 1-1, but Hampton has it now. Pass tip, Chapman able to hold on. Gets it down low to Hampton. Hampton spins, turns around, fires, and converts. Anaya Hampton gets her first field goal of the game. And it's 47-39, under 4 to play in quarter number 4. Oblige has it, kicks it out near corner. It's Flynn. Flynn looking for help. Santos on her. Gives it back to Oblige, and we get a whistle. And it looks like they will call another foul on Amityville. So that once again sends number 12 to the charity stripe, and it has been very charitable here in the second half. 47-39. And Amityville has to be very careful with the fouls now as Oblige continues to do her job. And she hits a pair. $18 points now for Kaylee Oblige, and it is back up to a 10-point lead for the Lions. Here's a shot, doesn't go for Austin, and the rebound pulled down by Alfano. So the Lions have it back. Ball off of Miali's foot, able to recover. Tussey has it, right wing, guarded by Williams, splits the defenders in the paint, looking for some help. Miali has it, far side. Alfano puts up the long two off the side rim, no good. Chapman has it, low left block, and she will push the tempo far sideline now for the Tide. Chapman drives, paint, up with the shot, and good. So Chapman converts, 49-41, under 3 to play in the game. Defense chant coming from the Tide bench, being led by Baptiste and Peyton. Stolen away, here comes Chapman, going all by herself, up with the shot, and draws the foul from behind. Good effort by Chapman, strong defense between Chapman and Santos. And that will send Chapman to the line where Amityville could use some points with that clock frozen. We get a substitution. Blige had a quick breather. Now she's back in the game. Jillian Alfano will take a seat, and Chapman will go to the free throw line. Chapman started the scoring today for Amityville in the first quarter. Has been pretty quiet the rest of the way, but she does have the last now 3 points for Amityville as she converts the first free throw. 49-42, Amityville within 7, the closest they've been in a very long time. Second free throw is also good, so Chapman does her job. 49-43, the lead is down to 6 for the Lions. 2:38 to go in the game. Miali has it, bottom of the circle. Oblige has it. Miali playing catch. Dangerous pass. Almost intercepted. Tussey down low. McCormick puts up a 10-footer from the baseline. Doesn't go. Rebound loose in the paint. Chapman pulls it down. And Amityville has it back. 2:15 to play in the game. 49-43. Chapman with the ball. Baptiste on the bench calling out plays. 3-point shot, and it's drilled by Shania Austin, who now has 5 points today. A huge three-pointer. Amityville on a 7-0 run. It's 49-46. They are within 3 points with under 2 to play. Lions trying to answer back, and it'll be Tussey with a layup from the left side. Big points for Tussey, and we are going to get a whistle and a timeout. And Amityville, 7-0 run. They have made this a game, 51-46, 1:49 to play. And head coach Christopher Scharf wants to talk things over. It has pretty much been a back and forth contest through 3 quarters of this game. And you know, these runs are so important. Again, not to keep harping on this, but you go back to that 15-0 run at the end of the first quarter for the Lions, and that really has been the difference in this game. The question now for Amityville is twofold. One, do they have enough left in the tank to complete the comeback? And two, are they going to have enough players, as the fouls have been adding up for them? And we'll see who gets sent out onto the court. But kudos to Shania Austin, who has not gotten a lot of minutes this season, but as of late, she's been forced into more minutes because of the short bench. Last game, she had no points, but this game, she had a field goal in the first half and a huge three-pointer for Amityville on that last possession. And coaches continue to talk things over. What a difference in body language now for the Tide versus where they were earlier in this game. And Baptiste, who we believe has fouled out along with Peyton, will have to remain on this bench. For Baptiste, she finishes the day with 21 points. Amityville has it. 1:45 to play in the game. Chapman with the ball to Hampton, free throw line. Williams, left wing, three-pointer, and she hits it. Mariah Williams with the three. And it's a 51-49 game, 2-point lead for the Lions. Amityville bench getting loud, driving to the basket, no good. Flynn has the rebound, finds Miali, three-pointer, doesn't fall. Santos tries to get the rebound, and it is pulled down eventually by Austin. Amityville with a chance to tie this game, 1:10 to go. Williams, who has been very strong from beyond the arc, goes up again. This one just misses. Amityville with a chance to take the lead, and it just doesn't go. 9 points for Williams with 3 three-pointers. Lions have it back. It's Miali, top of the key. Now Tussey has it, left wing. Back to Miali. Cross-court pass, now in the paint. It's McCormick driving. Tussey, 10 on the shot clock. No good. Hampton the rebound. 40 seconds left. Amityville again, a chance to tie or take the lead. About a 10-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. A three-pointer will sail out of bounds. Magic not there that time for Shania Austin. And there's about 0.4 of a second differential between the game clock and the shot clock as we get another timeout here. Lions will have the ball. And as long as there's more time on the shot clock, or on the game clock rather than the shot clock, Amityville doesn't have to start fouling yet. But if they do find themselves in a situation where they need to commit a foul, they better be very careful of who that player is going to be, because they cannot afford to lose anybody else. If anyone else fouls out, they will not have enough players. 51-49. This fourth quarter has gotten very exciting thanks to a 7-0 run by Amityville and a 6-0 run. Most of this game, the Lions have led by double figures, but Amityville has cut it down to within 2 points. Mariah Williams has been the scoring option, the secondary scoring option that this team has definitely needed. And she has a couple of huge three-pointers here in the fourth quarter to go along with Shania Austin's big three-pointer. 2 possessions ago, Mariah Williams came down the court, launched a three-pointer that rimmed in and out, which would have actually given Amityville the lead. So the Lions players on the court ready to go. Coach Perhalis Holmes giving some final instructions. And Amityville huddles, yells out hustle, and they retake the court. Baptiste and Payton forced to be cheerleaders the rest of the way as they've both fouled out, but the Amityville bench has been loud. It's Santos, Hampton, Austin, Williams, and of course Chapman on the floor. 3 white jerseys in the backcourt pressing. Islip has it. Again, half a second differential, shot clock and game clock. And Shania Austin commits the foul, and she's the right one to do it as she has the cleanest slate of any of the Tide players. So both teams will stroll to the far end of the court, and that will send Kaylee Oblage back to the free throw line where she has made it her home here in the second half. 51-49, 26 seconds to go. The shot clock permanently turned off, and a huge free throw converted by Oblage. So the lead is back up to 3, and we will get a timeout on the floor. And I'm sure the conversation is, what happens if the second free throw doesn't fall? How important that rebound will be for Amityville. What do you do if you don't get it? And of course, if it does fall, what's the play coming up the court the other way? With the shot clock turned off, Amityville is going to be forced to foul from here on out every time the Lions have the ball. And again, Shania Austin, the best candidate to do that, as she has the cleanest rap sheet here. A lot of fouls on Amityville this game. Janiah Payton and Natalia Baptiste have both fouled out of this game. But with 26.1 seconds remaining on the game clock, 52-49, it's a 3-point lead and a huge free throw coming up for Oblage. She has 18 points today. If she can add her 19th point, it will make it a 2-possession game. And we are all set to go. Austin in the front court for Amityville. 2 blue jerseys in the backcourt. Don't want to allow any fast break opportunities. Here's the free throw. Hits the front of the rim, the backboard, and finds the bottom of the net. So Oblige does her job, as she now has 19 points and another timeout on the floor. 4-point lead for the Lions, and that free throw was huge, as it makes this a 2-possession game now for the Tide. And it is going to be very hard. I'm sure right now Coach Scharf is saying, don't foul. Don't give up any 3-point plays. Don't give them the opportunity to try to get points with that clock stopped. Right now, the clock, the enemy of the Tide. They will have possession in just a moment as both coaches draw up their plays respectively. We'll have to see how much pressure the Lions decide to put on in the backcourt. But give a lot of credit here with Baptiste on the bench, and Baptiste, 21 points to lead all scores for both teams. It has been Mariah Williams who has been the hot hand here. Chapman has found her game late in the fourth quarter also, and both of them are going to need to play like stars if Amityville wants to try and come back in this one. This has been a crazy game. Amityville has gotten the lead down to 2 points. They trailed by as many as 15 in this contest. Amityville all set to go. Inbounding the ball will be Shania Austin. The blue jerseys will join the white jerseys on the court. And we'll see what Amityville is drawn up here. 26 seconds remaining, 53-49. Amityville trails the Lions by 4. It's Chapman. Chapman has it in between the circles, 22 seconds left. Chapman tries to get it to Williams. Williams looking for an open look, not finding it. Dribbles once, puts up the 3-pointer from the left wing. Air ball, 14 seconds remaining. Lions have it. Amityville's going to have to foul. And we're going to get a timeout called by the Lions. 12.8 seconds left, and the Lions have an opportunity to put this one away, as the final minute or so has lost the rapid pace that we saw early in this game and for much of this fourth quarter, as the two teams' coaches want to make sure their players know exactly what to do in these crucial situations. Amityville already ready to go. They know what the plan is. Coach Scharf wants to make sure that his team knows what to do, and I'm sure it's going to be try to move that ball around, don't turn it over, and try to make it so that Amityville cannot foul them. A foul would send the Lions right back to the free throw line. It is a two-possession game right now. 53-49, Lions out in front, 12.8 seconds remaining in the game. Both teams return to the court. And the Lions will get to inbound it right in front of the scorer's table. Far sideline. It'll be Oblige. Gets it in. Has it back herself now. 7 seconds remaining. And now we get a foul. It'll be Santos called on the foul. And that will again send Kaylee Oblige to the free throw line. Lions getting the person they wanted. She has been excellent from the free throw line and all over the place today. Looking for her 20th point of the game and looking for the nail in the proverbial coffin. 6.6 seconds remaining, and Oblige once again does her job, hits the first free throw. 54-49, 5-point lead for the Lions. Second free throw on its way, and she converts a pair. 21 points for her. And with 5 seconds left, Chapman will bring the ball up the court, looking for one more heave. There it is at the buzzer, and Chapman's shot will not go. 55-49 is your final here in Amityville. The Lions barely get past the Amityville Tide. It was a close one, ended up turning into a really good game. And we will break it down for you on the post-game show coming up next right here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
When it comes to vaping, the truth can get clouded. So let's make it clear. Vaping is not safe for kids, teens, or young adults. It's just not.
Because vaping can put microscopic particles into your lungs.
And dangerous things like metals and volatile organic compounds into your body.
And nicotine, the same highly addictive substance found in regular cigarettes.
Nicotine can harm a person's brain development through their mid-20s,
affecting learning, memory, attention, and impulse control, and priming the brain for other addictions.
Vaping products also come in kid-friendly flavors that can make them appealing to youth.
And many kids also use other drugs, like marijuana, in vaping devices.
With appealing flavors, high nicotine levels, and lots of promotion on social media,
Many kids think vaping is harmless, but it's not.
So talk to your kids about the risks of vaping, because when you talk, they hear you.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose, but here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing, and getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started. Find your place in space. Space for all.
This is Natalia Baptiste, point guard for the Amityville Tide, and you are watching Tide Basketball on the Amityville Broadcasting Network.
And welcome back to the Fred Williams Memorial Gymnasium as we bring you the post-game show as the Amityville Tide fall to the West Islip Lions by a final score of 55-49. Matt Grice, Corey is whirling, doing all the work today for you here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. And Mr. Swirling has brought his kids with him today who have done an amazing job helping us out with the camera. At halftime, we got to speak with Serena, and now we're going to talk to her younger sister, Chloe. Chloe, thanks for joining us here. Are you having fun helping us out today?
Yes.
That's good. What's been your favorite part?
I didn't have a favorite part.
Oh, okay. What do you think of the basketball game?
It was really good.
It was really good. Do you like playing basketball?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. What's your favorite sport?
Cheer.
Cheer. Okay. How long have you been doing that for?
2 years.
2 years. Wow. I bet you're really good, huh? Well, I just want to say thank you so much to you and your sister for helping us out here today and doing an awesome job on the camera. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I hope we see you again soon. All right, so that was Chloe's whirling. Serena's whirling also helping us out. And again, we couldn't do it without them today. So we really, really appreciate you helping us out. Again, this is the post-game show here on the Amityville Broadcasting Network as the Amityville Tide fall to the West Islip Lions by a final of 55-49. But this game turned into a very exciting game. We're going to break it down right now for you. Amityville with an early lead. They were up 4-3. A three-pointer started off the game by Samantha Miali, but Jada Chapman and Natalia Baptiste were able to come back with back-to-back field goals, a 4-0 run for Amityville, and they were on top. And then Baptiste put the team on her shoulders. In that first quarter alone, 10 points for Baptiste. She enters double figures early and was looking to have a big day. Amityville had a 12-9 lead in the first quarter, and with around 90 seconds left, the Lions finally found their game as they go off on a 15-0 run led by Leah Tussey and Kaylee Oblage, who had a huge second half, especially from the free throw line for the West Islip Lions. Also, Miali contributed to that 15-0 run, and that was really where this game was lost today for Amityville. That run ended the first quarter, leaked into the second quarter, and finally came to a close when Mariah Williams, who had a big day for the Tide, was able to drive to the basket, hit a shot, and draw the foul and complete the three-point play. And then getting her first points of the day, Shania Austin had a field goal. And at halftime, it was 29-17 in what really could have been an uglier score based on the trajectory that the Lions were on after that 15-0 run. But to Amityville's credit, they continued to battle with a shortened bench, but unfortunately found themselves in foul trouble. And they needed Janiah Payton's efforts today, and she was very helpful offensively and defensively, but was called for several fouls that she was hoping would end up being called as charges. Didn't go her way, and ultimately Janiah Payton would foul out of this game, and that would leave Amityville with only one player on their bench. So entering quarter number 3, trailing 29-17, the offense started to spread around a little bit. Mariah Williams, again, drives to the basket, gets to the free throw line, hits both free throws. The second one was waved off due to a lane violation, but then Anaya Hampton gets to the free throw line, and she hits a pair. Hampton, we talked about, the more she could contribute offensively, the more diverse this offense gets. And if Hampton, who is very strong on the glass, can get to the free throw line more often and convert, that will really help this Tide team out. The senior came in with only 6 free throws on the year. She ends up getting 4 today alone. So Hampton doing a nice job there. A 5-0 run by Amityville after a couple of points thrown on the board by Kaylee Oblage. And that 5-0 run, all Natalia Baptiste, as she gets to the free throw line and completes a three-point play and then gets a field goal as well. But then the Lions respond back after Amityville cuts the lead to single digits, and they go on a 5-0 run of their own, most of it coming from the free throw line, all of it coming from the hands of Oblige, as she had an incredible second half and finished with 21 points to lead all scores for the Lions. Baptiste would score again. She'd get to the free throw line again, convert a pair of free throws, back and forth we went. Miali would hit a big three-pointer at the buzzer to end quarter number 3, but the score was 43-32. Amityville trailed by 11 points, and they would go down by as many as 15, and then they'd knock it down to as many as 8. But they couldn't really break that 8-point threshold until the fourth quarter of play. A three-pointer by Mariah Williams gave the Tide instant momentum at the start of the fourth quarter. Baptiste would come back and hit a field goal for her 21st points of the day, and then she would foul out of this game, and Amityville would have to find a way without their number 1 scorer. And to their credit, they were able to do it, as Hampton would score. Jada Chapman, who hadn't scored since the first possession of the game, would put 4 points up, including 2 from the free throw line, and Amityville would go on a 7-0 run that would be capped off by a huge three-pointer by Shania Austin. But as the fouls kept adding up and not having any bench to go to, it seemed like the ball was in the hands of Oblige every single time a foul was made, and every single time number 12 went to the free throw line, she did her job. In the second half of the fourth quarter alone, She was 8 for 8 from the free throw line, and ultimately that ended up being the difference of the game. Amityville got this one to within 2 points as Mariah Williams hit another big three-pointer. And this is really late in the fourth quarter. On the next possession for Amityville, they had a chance to tie or take the lead. Williams threw up another three-pointer that everybody held their breath on. The ball literally toilet bowl flush usually. This one rimmed out. It went around the rim a couple of times and came out. That would have given Amityville the lead. The Lions come back the other way. They add to their score. They get to the free throw line. They ultimately make it a two-possession game on the backs of Kaylee Oblige, and it would ultimately end with a 55-49 heartbreaking defeat for the Amityville Tide in what really became a great basketball game here in Amityville. One that could have gotten out of control. It did not. And credit to Amityville for never giving up despite their shortened bench and foul troubles early on. They did everything they could to stay in this contest. Again, we want to thank you so much for spending your Saturday morning here with us on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. The Amityville girls basketball team will be next in action when they take on Comswag on February 2nd. And then on Wednesday, February 4th, will be their senior day game. We will have the coverage for you to honor Anaya Hampton, and that will start at 4:15, tip-off at 4:30. Everybody, have a great afternoon and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Amityville Falls, 55-49.
This has been a presentation of Tide Sports on the Amityville Broadcasting Network. For more information and upcoming broadcasts, visit the Amityville Broadcasting Network YouTube page. And thanks for watching.